Hey, Syed here. I'm going to show you guys a prototype of something I've been working on for the past couple days. I'm calling it PecanWaffle. So PecanWaffle is a self-contained command line utility that can be used to easily create project templates or item templates. And it can also be used to easily share those same templates. And the prototype that I've created is implemented in PowerShell, but later on we'll implement it in DNX/.NET, so that way it's actually a cross-platform tool that can be used anywhere. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install this. Just going to do that by copying the string and pasting it into a PowerShell prompt. Alright, so now that's going to go ahead and download the module and then install it. One of the functions that it makes available is show templates. So here we can see that we've got some item templates that are kind of in the box, and we have some project templates that are available as well. One of the item templates is this PecanWaffle project template item template. So you can use that to create a file that will basically convert a folder that you have into a project, and I'll show you that in a minute. But before we get to that, let me show you how to use an existing template. So I'll show you how to use the ASP.NET 5 empty template. So we'll do add project. Actually, before I do that, let me show you that this folder is empty. So let me do add project. The template name is ASP.NET 5 empty. The destination is the current folder, and the project name is my new project. Okay, it's created it. Let me open this folder so we can take a look. So we can see I've got a folder that's called my new project. I've got the project contents as well as a project file, so an xproj here. And if I open this file, we can see I've got that same string that I declared here, my new project, and this GUID here as well. That's a new GUID that was generated. Okay, so now that I've shown you how we can actually use an existing template, let me show you what it would take to create your own template. Alright, so the ASP.NET team has some samples available in GitHub. I've forked their repository and just cloned it locally. I haven't made any changes otherwise. And inside these samples, we have a Hello MVC folder here. That's where I want to go ahead and create I want to create a template out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that folder. Okay, hello MVC, and then I'm going to use this PW project template. So I'm going to do add item. Oops, add item. The name is PW project template. The destination is the current folder, and I don't need to give it an item name. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's created a template file here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay. Alright, so here we are. So this was the file that was just created, and we can go ahead and give it a name. So I'll say Syed MVC, and then we've got some other metadata here. The only required items is name and type, so I'm going to get rid of the rest of the stuff here. And then we can declare some replacements here. The whole idea of PecanWaffle is you do not have to modify your source project. You should always be able to keep your source project in whatever format that you need to run it, and then you just declare the appropriate replacements so that way it happens at the right time. So now with that, let me open the file that we want to create a template out of to figure out what replacements we want. So we want to replace hello MVC. So I'm going to go ahead and declare that hello MVC should be replaced with the project name, and it could fall back to default project name, which we haven't defined, but that's okay. And I also want to replace the GUID with the value that's either passed as project ID or with a new GUID. And then let's take a look. So this file is named hellomvc.xproj. So any file that's named hellomvc, I want it to take the project name. And then these are some files and folders that you can exclude. And then finally you register the template. Okay, so I've saved the file locally. Now what I need to do is go ahead and register that as a template source. So I'll say add template source. The path is this local folder. Okay, now let me do show templates again. Now I can see I have Syed MVC, so I'm going to go ahead and test out this template. So I'll go back to the other folder that I had. I'll say add project. The template name is Syed MVC. the destination, local folder, oops, yeah, same folder, my MVC project is going to be the project name. Alright, okay, let's take a look at what was just created here. Alright, so I've got my MVC project. Let's open it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the file here. So you see I've got my MVC project, and then this GUID is different as well. So that's basically pretty much it. That's all it takes to actually create a project template locally. So now what I want to do, I want to go back to my CLI samples here, and then let's take a look. So I got this pointed to my own repository. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and add this and then commit it. And then I'm going to show you how can we do something similar from a Git repository. Okay, so let's say adding template. Alright, cool. Sounds good. Alright, so now I just pushed it to GitHub. Let me clear the screen, and then I'll do show templates again. And then I'm going to actually clear the templates. Alright. Alright, so you can see there's no, there's no templates here. If I were to try to call the add project on the template we just created before, we'd see we get an error here. Alright, now let me show you how can I take the templates that I just published to GitHub and then share those with a friend of mine using PecanWaffle. Okay, so I'm going to grab this Git URL here, and then I'm going to say add project. Sorry about that. Add template source. The URL, and then I'm going to open a folder here to show you guys what happens behind the scenes. So, alright, so it happens in local app data, and then let me go to PecanWaffle, and then remote. Okay, let me just delete what's already here. Alright, so now let me go ahead and add that. So behind the scenes, it's actually cloning the repository, and then it's going to discover those files, the template files, and then register them. So if I do show templates again, I can see now I have Syed MVC again. If I go into that same folder, and then add project again, so I'll say my MVC project 2, it was created. Okay, we can take a look, and then let me take a look at this. So if I open it, we can see I've got my project and then the new GUID. So that's pretty much it. This is just a prototype for right now. I think we've got some really cool features. I even have some really fantastic ideas coming forward for this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let me know what you guys think about this. All your thoughts are greatly appreciated. Thank you.